Hello, we're playing Rimworld again. Yes, we are, finally. We are playing a medieval world using both vanilla expanded medieval and medieval overhaul so that there is only medieval tech level technology and medieval level factions in the world. We are a Norse group, Norse tribal group, founding our own little colony up here in the northern woodlands. Hadhetlando's Ruse Forest, apparently. Right here on the coast, we have some tribals, some merchants, a medieval kingdom, another medieval house, a hostile medieval house, and some semi-hostile Vikings nearby. We're just starting out with some tents, some basic materials, a little bit of pemmican, and a couple chickens. So I already gave orders to set up our tents. We'll probably almost immediately get started on a stockpile building, though I'm still kind of deciding where to put that. We've got some stuff to salvage and deconstruct right here. Some remains of some footmen, some barrels and crates. We'll have to sort through all of that, but let's look at our characters here. Our 5 members of our little tribe. We've got Bjarnulf here, who is quite good at shooting in melee and decent at social. He's probably going to be our leader. We've got Deer here, who is decent at shooting, really good at plants, animals, and has a passion for, though is not very good yet at crafting. She has a javelin for throwing, and Bjarnulfur has a sax, a long knife. Then we've got Sigrid here, who is good at cooking, crafting, artistic, and medical. Kind of mid at everything else. We've got Elder, also known as Ulf, is Elder because he's old. He is okay at crafting. He's really good at artistic, decent at medical, really good at intellectual. And Rolf, son of Rolf, Rolf Rolfson, who is very good at melee. He's a brawler, so he is zero skill at shooting, but really good at melee. Really good at mining, and okay at crafting, and kind of mid at everything else. And they've got a assortment of traits between them all. So probably first priority here is going to be getting the stockpile building up, and then building a fenced-in area for the chickens so they don't go running off too far. So I'm going to lay out all the blueprints for that real quick, so we will be right back on that. Alrighty. Went ahead and put a dumping zone over here and a just regular stockpile zone here. We'll sort between different stockpile zones for different things, like food, at a later date. Oh, chicken's already getting ready to make some babies. Excellent. Hunter lacks a suitable weapon. We don't have a ranged weapon for old Bjarnulfur here, even though he is a good shot and would make a decent hunter. We will... His animal skill sucks, but doesn't mean he couldn't hunt. Don't mean he can't hunt. But first thing, as soon as we get these tents put up and everything put in the stockpile zone here, we should start building an actual building here. Oh yeah, we do have the couple short bows. So go ahead and equip one of those, buddy, so I'm not getting yelled at. Rolf, son of Rolf, can already gain an expertise in mining. Let's see. Mining yield. Mining speed. Let's go with mining yield. So he now has an expertise in prospecting, meaning we will get more yield out of things, which is very nice indeed. Yes, we need a pen. I think I'll actually get started on a animal pen before I get started on the actual like stockpile zone or stockpile building. We're just probably gonna build this around this mountain face here and then just expand the zone to fill in the rest of it for now. But let's see where would be a good spot to make an animal pen. Eventually, I kind of want to do like a longhouse that is going to contain most of like our bedrooms and stuff like that. And I'll probably put that right in the center here. Be quite defensible. We've got a coast on one side. We really only got to worry from attacks from the sides, and we could wall this in pretty easily. And then, you know, we could still build out, but then if an attack comes that is dicey, we can retreat kind of to the Great Hall here. So that's kind of the idea we're going to go with. So I don't want to put it like right in the middle here. Maybe like it's got to have some grass, all right? It's got to be an area with some grass for the chickens to graze. So how about like somewhere up here? Would be a good spot. I'm going to look around for a little bit, and then when I've picked a spot and put the blueprints down, we'll be right back. Alrighty, there we go. We've got blueprints for, pick that back up as a sidearm, buddy. Don't be leaving your knife around. Somebody else is going to get it. We went ahead and put down the blueprints for the initial stockpile building at least, and for the animal pen, for the chickens. Decided to put it up here, and there's a decent amount of vegetation for them to graze on here. And shoring this in immediately, giving us, you know, a actual like built-up stockpile room with a roof will prevent things from just degrading, from sitting outside. And considering we've got a decent amount of resources around here, we've got iron ore here, which we can use later on to actually start making steel. We've got sapphires. We've got some coal, I believe, over here. Yep, coal. Lots of things we're going to need, not to mention whatever loot we get from all these remains and all that. We're going to need to store it safely. So we want to make those things top priority since we already have shelter for now. We've got shelter for now. Now, of course, I'm going to want to do manual priorities for a lot of this stuff. We'll make sure, put Rolf, son of Rolf, on mining, alright? He is our best miner. Seems like Sigrid for now is going to be our best crafter, though Rolf has an equal skill. We'll kind of see later on who's going to take the top crafter spot here. We'll put Sigrid on medical. Deer, of course, on farming. Farming and handling animals. As before we do anything, we gotta make sure we ain't gonna just starve. Why are you wandering when there is construction to be done and trees to be cut down, huh? Trees need cutting, buddy. And ain't nobody immune having to cut down trees. because we are eventually going to need a lot of wood to build our Great Hall. Let's go ahead and finish that out. Is somebody going to go finish out that animal pen as well? That would be very nice if someone would do that. Oh, it's because Rolf is the only one on construction. No wonder. No wonder. Excellent. The pen is done. Let's go ahead and designate an area for animals and all that. I need to remember how to do that and get this all figured out. So give me a minute. It's been a hot minute since I've played this. Apologies. We'll be right back. Alrighty. Went ahead and got the pen assigned and everything. I forgot you had to put a little pen marker in there. Elder here is getting the last chicken into the pen, and I went ahead and assigned everyone else to, well, everyone else that has a decent construction skill, to deconstruct all these ruins and remains here. And now I think I will also designate an initial growing zone. Really about like that. And let's pick what we're gonna have growing here. Potatoes is always a good option, but maybe something a little more kind of lore accurate for a bunch of Vikings, perhaps. Well, let me take a look and make a decision, and then once again we'll be right back. Alright, we decided on growing white onions here, so they have a very low minimum growing temperature. As long as it's not literally freezing outside, they will grow. We got the stockpile all done here. I will also put some chop wood orders for right around this building. Kind of start clearing some paths. And for right around our tents, also start clearing some space for building. And Rolf and Sigrid and Bjarnolfur are getting started on the deconstructing of all this ruined material around here. We're getting some iron from it. We're getting some broken weapons, which I'm assuming we can maybe later smelt into usable iron. Don't forget that one. We can't forget that one. Deer is beginning the planting of our white onions, which also will involve getting some poppy and some wood and some hay. Overall, I think this is a pretty dang good start for our first day. You would be amazed at how long it actually took to get this mod list put together and get everything in working order. Especially with all the... I still had all the mods installed from last time we played Rimworld, where it was kind of the complete opposite technology-wise. We went with like Warhammer 40k stuff. That was quite a while ago now. That was over a year ago, I think. It's hard to remember, but yeah, getting this working was a little bit of a pain, but I'm glad we did. I've been craving Rimworld again, but I wanted to do something completely different from last time. So instead of a quite warm, year-round growing season temperate forest, we are in a boreal forest where it gets quite cold. We have absolutely zero technology. We are essentially starting completely tribal. We just got what we've got to start with. A few chickens, some basic material, and some tents, and that's about it. But I think it'll be a fun little Rimworld playthrough to do. Especially considering there is a lot of hostile factions on the map that we can raid. Considering what's gonna be the quickest and easiest way to look at it is probably our ideologian here. Oh, hold on. We've got a wolf attack. Rolf, son of Rolf, we're gonna need you. And your axe. Finish him. Alright, everyone get undrafted. Everyone get undrafted. It's all good, it's all good. Yeah, she definitely needs medical treatment. Let's look at that. Look at that health. Well, scratched and bitten on the left foot and left leg. Let's wake Sigrid up to grab some medicine and tend her real quick. We want to make sure that she doesn't get all infected. Tended the bite. Alright, all tended. Hopefully she'll be good. So we'll wait out the night. We'll, in the morning, probably make a butchering spot real quick and, butcher this timber wolf, because, well, you know, free food, not gonna turn it down. And then we'll be back once everybody's awake. Alright, morning time has come, at least for Bjornulf here. And we're beginning the back wall of what will eventually be our Great Hall, our longhouse. We also need to put up some basic crafting stuff. A butcher's block. And all that. But we're going to need a little crafting building first. So I think we'll just kind of build it onto the outside right here. Just like that. And that's where we'll put like our initial research spot, our butcher's block, etc. for now. Uh-oh. Deer got an infection from the scratch on her left leg. Not great, but we do have a little bit of heal root that we started with. So hopefully Sigurd will be able to keep that under control. And hopefully we won't lose somebody too quickly. I actually need your tend and doctor to be higher. It is. Well, why are you not? Ah, because the old tend still applies. Bjornulf was just chatting about lunchtime and joking about fraudage. Hey, yo. And talking about freedom with Sigrid. Rolf is just doing Rolf things. About spacesuits? How do you know about spacesuits? You're a tribal. We are going to have some construction botchings while people still get better at construction. He's making quite a bit of progress towards construction 5. There we go, get that roofed in. Get these hauled away. And then we should probably... It'll be some very basic packed dirt floors. But it's better than nothing. And that'll also help level construction a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and put butcher's block in here, stonecutter's block, a researching spot, and some log chairs for those. And hopefully we can butcher that wolf before it rots too much, deteriorates too much. Get some meat. We need a research project. Make sure we're paused there. Basic tool crafting to get the crafting workbench we could do. Or we could get some basic furniture here to get simple beds. I think we're just going to go with basic tool crafting to get started. We've got all the very basics here. There'll be plenty of other stuff for us to get through here. Lots of stuff I haven't even touched yet. But we will slowly but surely get through them. Slowly but surely. Now, I'm going to make Sigrid go ahead and retend deer just in case. I don't want to worry too much about that dang infection. Needs tending now. Well then, why is Sigrid not wanting to tend it? That is the real question. Yeah, it's strange. Strange. Worst case scenario, I will manually do it. Okay, we're getting the log stools built, and then we'll get the butcher's block and stonecutter's block built. We are going to need some stone to be able to make our cooking table. And we're going to need to be able to cook. We're going to need to. Go ahead and put torch lamp in there and light the place up a little bit. But we're already getting to the evening of day 2 here. Butcher creature. Butcher the creature. Dear, I need you to butcher the creature. Please. So that we don't lose all of it. Then also, let's put in some bills for making stone blocks. We got a few stones already hauled over there. I'll give the order to haul more as well. There we go. Butchered creature. Some fat, some bone, some wolf meat. So we really need to get some stone blocks made so we can make the cooking table so we can actually cook that stuff. Luckily, Rolf, son of Rolf, delivers. Rolf, son of Rolf. Our MVP right now. Man's getting things done. Where everybody else is bing chilling. Okay, we do have enough slate blocks here. I think we could put in for the production of oh, we're actually now out of wood planks. Ha ha ha! Lovely. What are we gonna need for that? A trestle. "20 steps to everything, boys. 20 steps to everything." But we'll let everybody sleep, and then we'll be back in the morning. Alright, Sigrid is the first up in the morning this time, so we went ahead and we're having her actually tend deer now. Okay, there we go. We got a good treatment on that. We'll see, hopefully, that she recovers well from that. The chimkins are sleeping. The chimkins be sleeping. Yeah, we need to expand the animal pen a little bit. We need to make sure that trestle gets built so we can start sawing some logs so that we can make a cooking workbench. The lovely problems of getting started as a tribe with a bunch of medieval and tribal overhaul mods. Yeah, it appears deer's infection is getting quite bad. So hopefully we get a medical miracle here, but we're just going to keep building and see what happens, because she just got tended. But considering it wouldn't let us tend the infection yesterday, I'm not gonna let it take her out this early. I'm gonna use my executive override on that. I will use the old executive override on that if necessary. We got a couple fertilized chicken eggs. We got some more as well. Hence, we're definitely going to really need to expand the animal pen. Okay, good. And those stone blocks are getting made. And now Rolf, son of Rolf, once again the MVP here as far as crafting and getting things built and done, is starting on the wood planks. It'll take him a minute, but then as soon as those are done, we'll be able to build the cooking workbench and be able to cook up that wolf meat. Cook up that delicious wolf meat. So without a lot going on, I think we'll kind of come back when we have something to report. Alright, we've gotten through a decent amount of the third day now. We are getting the cooking table built, finally. And we went ahead and greatly expanded the chicken pen. So now they've got more than enough grazing room for the 3 of them, for the rooster and 2 hens. And hopefully we'll get everything cooked by the time it goes bad, and then we can start harvesting some of these berries. It will take a few more days before our first crop of onions, of white onions, is done. But still, all in all, a pretty good start. We've still got a little bit of pemmican left, so we're not at like, you know, imminent starvation level right now. Not quite, at the very least. But I will give harvest orders for some of those poppies and some of these berries. And some of that heel root. And luckily, deer did recover and is doing a-okay now. Wasn't sure there for a minute if I was going to have to use the executive override or not, but I try and not allow myself too many of those during a playthrough. And there we go, the cooking table is done, so we can go ahead and put some orders for some simple meals in there, and then the meat will get cooked. The meat shall be cooked. The berries and meat A good Viking diet. They're berries and wolf meat. We do have quite a bit of area here that we're not going to be able to really actively develop on because this is marshland. Is that some... Was it some amber? Interesting. We're not going to be able to really effectively utilize metal yet, so we need to wait on mining that stuff out until we got a little bit more of our technology in order, but by our ideology, we do research slowly. Unfortunately. Kind of put that to balance things out. There we go, some simple meals to satisfy our immediate needs. And another successful day in the badger in my damn animal pen. Dear, or someone who is a hunter, need you to annihilate that badger. Just absolutely destroy him. And prioritize hunting that badger, first thing. Wow, you're really having great success with that here. Alright, you know what? Think you scared him off for now. Think you scared him off for now. We'll deal with that in the morning. In the morning. Now, hopefully whatever first raid we get is not going to be too substantial. Shouldn't be, but we shall see. Because we haven't really had time to do anything other than prioritize the very basics. But now that everybody's asleep, we will catch back up with our little tribe in the morn. Alright, morning is coming. We have some visitors. And a grizzly bear is attacking some visitors. Let's see if they can handle that thing. First thing, see if they handled the bear. We'll mark that to be hunted. Some travelers from Airbow Kingdom got attacked by that thing, and we do have some visitors from Crumb's clan, which is a clan of Vikings, clan of barbarians. So we'll wake up Bjarnulf to trade with them. See if they have anything we want. And really, if we have anything they want. Yeah, they really don't have, well, much of anything other than some sandals. So, no thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. But thanks for coming on by and visiting. We're also putting down the blueprints at the very least for the beginnings of the construction of our Great Hall. I also put down blueprints for a workbench and a chair for that, and a rawhide rack to tan leathers with, since that's something you actually need to do now with Medieval Overhaul. Deer's hunting that badger with her javelin. Swing and a miss. Throw and a miss, rather. You know what? Cancel for the badger. I want you to prioritize that grizzly bear. Oh, actually, Bjarnulf already handling it. So we're gonna definitely want to go ahead and queue up Butcher Creature so that that grizzly bear gets butchered. We found an ancient danger down there. We'll just go ahead and avoid that for the foreseeable near future. But things are starting to come along. We've got enough raw wood that since we're making this out of log walls, we're not using up our fairly limited supply of actual processed timber. But I just want to get this shored in and a roof over it and start kind of sectioning out bedrooms and like a dining area and like a little recreation area in here. Start kind of getting things put together, you know. Start getting things all put together. Oh, so much meat and fat. Means we can definitely afford to cook some more meals so that food doesn't go bad so dang quick. What can we make at the workbench right now? Well, like tribal wear, stuff like that, clubs, basic wooden weapons, timber, stuff like that, wooden armor. You know, tribal things. Just tribal things. Alright, good. She's automatically going to fill the rawhide rack. While putting these things together. So the Timberwolf hide is going to make some rawhide. Excellent. We should probably make another rack to put the dang grizzly bear hide in. So we'll go ahead and queue up construction of that since the outer wall and front door of the Great Hall are just about done. Only one botched construction? Can't complain. Deer is getting some cooking done here, so we've got some more simple meals. Some of these will likely spoil, but that's fine. It means we're not dipping as much into our pemmican stash. Rolf, son of Rolf, taking the grizzly bear hide to the tanning rack. So that can get started. Beautifully done, gentlemen. Beautifully done. We'll go ahead and queue up some more stone blocks and some more timber as well. How can a rabbit get in here? Go ahead and order some more harvest of some of the forageables in our kind of immediate area here. Alright, the rabbit's wounded. Wounded and bleeding. Oh, he's trapped now. Or is he? Where the hell are you going? Where the heck are you going? Bingo. Oh, a heat wave. Lovely, a heat wave in a boreal forest. Just wonderful. I'm actually gonna make these match at some point. So I accidentally used the other kind of log wall. So the one crappy thing about using both Vanilla Expanded and Medieval Overhaul is that they do have some overlap. You gotta be kind of careful about that, but I wanted the Vikings from Vanilla Expanded Medieval, the new one, just a couple days ago I think came out, or at least a couple days ago I realized it came out, and just to keep aesthetic consistency here, things like that. But we'll try and have some self-control when it comes to overlap between mods. But things are getting produced. Meals are getting cooked. We got a decent amount of food for right now. Pretty much all in meals at the moment, which is fine. Most of these meals are going to last at least a couple days. But we'll have that one be the last one for now. So we can eat through these before hopefully too many of them go bad. And those berries are going to last a couple weeks. What are we going to do for actual floors in there? Plank floors. It's going to take a lot of planks. I just don't know if we have the material for that right now. So we're probably just going to have to start with a dirt floor and then just make it wood later. And that'll make sure that all those trees and everything here get taken out. It won't be a very great haul to start, but we will get there, alright? We will get there. Well, how about you, since you're idle, how about you prioritize helping with the floor here? Wow, you did 1 square of floor and then went to bed. Well, Rolf is finishing cutting some stones. Everybody else has gone to bed, so we'll catch back up with them in the morning. Alright, Deer and Sigrid are the first ones up. Elder just got up as well. I went ahead during the night and gave them some tree cutting orders. And of course, they're gonna get started on the floor of the Great Hall. So hopefully soon we will have actual bedrooms for everyone and, you know, a dining hall and such. But at least doing this packed dirt floor gives them all gives Sigrid and Bjarnulf a opportunity to work on their construction skill. She's almost halfway to construction 5, and Bjarnulf is a little over halfway to construction 5 and is actually getting some plants experience from cutting down those trees. Very nice. It's good to get a variety of skills on a variety of people, so then you don't have too many people sitting idle when there's not much for them to do in their specific job. But things, I'd say, are going pretty swimmingly, despite a couple initial little setbacks, namely, we're not ever gonna have a really effective refrigeration. We will eventually get some alternative solutions for food storage that that will help us a little bit, but it's never gonna be like we're never gonna be freezing everything to the point where we can preserve pretty much everything forever as far as food. And that's okay. Low-tech playthroughs have their own hurdles to go through. But things are coming along swimmingly. Some flea wart, which is some other crude herbal medicine, but it's better than nothing. With the heel root and poppy and flea wart and everything else that is growing around here, we should have an okay time when it comes to medicines. But I think I'm just gonna let them build this and all that. We'll do a little time lapse of today here. I kind of expected that we would have our first raid by now. Kind of expected that that would happen quicker. Should give the settlement a name. And that is something for me to think about real quick, and then we'll decide on a name real fast. Alright. We've gone ahead and named the settlement Hrafnskali, or Raven Hall. They're still working on clearing all the trees and plants and such out while building the floor of the hall. Elder's still working on his research, which is going to take quite a while. Seems our tanning is progressing well. Oh, people are suffering from heat stroke. That's not great. How's it 120 degrees in a boreal forest? We'll have to do something about that in the interim between episodes, though, because I think this is where we're going to hang it up for today. We've been going for quite a while. We've been going for almost an hour. And, well, there's not anything that needs immediate taking care of. I think this is a great start. We'll definitely be doing more of this very, very soon. We'll also be finishing up the Imperator Rome playthrough quite soon and continuing the Mountain Blade Warband World of Ice and Fire mod. We'll be doing more of that also very, very soon. So thanks everybody for coming by. Be sure to leave a like, maybe even a comment, and maybe even subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.